You're listening to Intellectual Nudity, uncensored, uninhibited, unleashed. The Jose Soto Show.
Alright, let's see. Well, I don't know if you know this already, but we have our first openly gay, I guess you can say, pro athlete. Pro athlete, that's what they're called. Alrighty then. Pro athlete. First openly gay pro athlete that is still playing professionally, I guess. NBA player, so it's a basketball player. And he plays for the DC Wizards? Yeah, that's correct. You see, I'm not really that familiar with all these teams. As you can tell, I'm not a huge sports fan. And why should you be anyway? I mean, what's the payoff with that? I mean, what do you get out of that? Watching sports all day. Believe me, I know guys, these straight guys, who all they do every weekend is watch fucking sports. I mean, their life is so fucking miserable. Jose, don't criticize us. Okay, fine. So, his name is Jason Collins. And he plays center. What is that? I don't know. Somewhere in the center of the what? What is that, by the way? I don't really care. Somewhere in the center of what? Center of his asshole? So everybody is going bonkers, HRC, GLAAD, the whole gay cabal. And for me, it's like this. What do I get out of it? I mean, look, I'm a homo. And I love being a homo. I don't really care. I love it. Some people say, oh, it's a sin, it's blah, blah, Bible thumping and whatever. But that's fine. I don't care about whether we have the first openly gay football player, basketball player, poker player. It doesn't matter because those things don't matter. What would really matter is the first openly gay astronaut, the first openly gay scientist that found the cure for cancer, the first openly gay Indiana Jones that found the lost city of Atlantis. Something like that would be nice. Now, I'm not a huge sports fan, but I do know some of these, the name of the players in basketball. Basketball is okay. I tolerate it to some extent. I tolerate it. It's okay, I guess. It's not that hugely machismo like you find in the NFL. Baseball is more acceptable, but still, I wouldn't go see a baseball game. I mean, especially in this weather. God, it's so fucking hot here. I don't know why people go outside. To be honest with you. Stay inside, man. I'm just kidding. My favorite sport, though, if you want to really pin me down, I don't know if you consider that a sport, like Formula One racing. I find that kind of fascinating for some reason. Formula One racing, not NASCAR, because NASCAR, what do? You just drive around in one loop? Yeah, I mean, NASCAR, that's for rednecks, man. Fuck that. And I like Formula One. I like... and actually, my nephew introduced me to Formula One. It's pretty interesting stuff there. And I also like boxing. I like to watch that sometimes. It's man-on-man contact. And MMA, mixed martial arts. I like that. Not bad. So, I watch those kinds of sports. And, I'm not really a fan of them. I just like to watch them, if I have time, which I don't. Most of the time, I'm just doing something that's productive in my life. I hope. So, Mr. Jason Collins, an NBA player for the Wizards, or is it the Blizzards? You see, I'm such an ignorant, bigoted bastard when it comes down to like these kinds of sports. I don't really care. But because he's gay, now I'm supposed to care. Fine, I'll care now. Now here's the deal. Okay, he's part of the gay community now. Everybody knows that now. Everybody knows that he's gay. And I think our responsibility now is to what? Protect this guy? I think we should, right? Yeah, obviously. And I spend a lot of time here on the show protecting gay people from homophobia, oppression, prejudice, discrimination, and all that. And I have even, I protected Jimmy LaSalvia from Go Proud. I protected gay Republicans, even though I hate Republicans and their anti-American ideology. I don't really care much for basketball. I think it's just a stupid sport, but that's just my opinion. But gay people, because we are somehow, for whatever reason, vulnerable, I guess you might say, or we're easy targets for discrimination, etc., etc., I want to look out for gay people, okay? For the marginalized of society. I don't feel that I am personally marginalized. I don't feel that way, but a lot of gay people go through that. I have never experienced, huge discrimination or gay bashing or anything like that. But I will defend gay people, no matter who they are, except for Winnie Savage and a few others, but very few exceptions. So this basketball player, he comes out of the closet on the Sports Illustrated magazine. For those of you homos who don't know what that is, it's basically a sports magazine. One of the famous sports magazines, actually the famous one. I remember that magazine. I remember my ex reading it. I dated many guys who weren't into sports and messed around with straight guys who, straight guys are always into sports. What the hell? It's like a fucking rule, Straight guys are into watching sports, getting fat with all that beer and pizza. Gay guys are into the gym, I guess. These stereotypes. Fine, whatever. So, here's what he says. He wrote an opinion piece on Sports Illustrated. That's where he came out. Jason Collins. This is what he says. He says, I'm a 34-year-old NBA center. I'm black. No, shit, I can see your picture. Isn't that funny when some of these gay black guys, when they come out, I'm black. Yeah, no shit. I mean, you can hide the fact that you're gay, just like you can hide the fact that you have other things, you can hide your religion and all that, but your skin color, I mean, that's one thing probably we cannot hide, unless you're from Michael Jackson. I'm black, yeah, I got it. Like, on this show, I don't go, I am Mexican and I am a homo, I'm gay or whatever. I'm just a homo. Yeah, sometimes I talk about my Mexican ethnicity, my nationality or whatever, and we talk about those issues. But I like to separate them because they might intertwine or cross over a bit, but, I don't view them as both being special, like, being a black man is special. Being a NBA player might be special. That's special because, that's something that, rarely anybody can do, right? So I understand that point. But I'm black. Okay, we got it. Who cares? And I'm gay. Well, that's interesting because you're the first one to say that. I didn't set out to be the first openly gay athlete playing in a major American team sport. But since I am, I'm happy to start the conversation. And I could just imagine all these right-wingers. Oh, you're shoving your lifestyle down my throat. You're gay, homosexual, anti-family, communist, Marxist, Leninist, Stalinists, Hitlerists, whatever it is. Your perverted lifestyle down my throat. If I were a gay basketball player, first of all, I can't be a basketball player. I'm not black. Nor am I tall. But I guess you can be, another race, right? I mean, because all I see is black guys playing basketball. Kobe, Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan. I mean, that's all the basketball names I know is, Jordan, Rodman, Bryant, Johnson. Yeah, well, my ex, he knew all the names of the players in the Lakers. I'm like, he was a Lakers fan. I mean, still is. Fuck my ex anyway. Why am I talking about him? Fuck that shit. But if I was a gay basketball player, you know what I would do? First of all, I wouldn't have a Twitter account. Twitter account, if you're famous, I wouldn't say that if you're famous, you don't that you shouldn't have a Twitter account. I'm just saying that if you are like one of these like sports figures or whatever, these politicians, I take that back. Politicians are okay, but sports figures, people that you look up to, kind of, supposedly we look up to sports figures, they shouldn't have Twitter accounts or Facebook accounts. Because, look at what they're saying sometimes, all this bullshit. And then they get in trouble. It's not just the homophobia, but they might say stupid things, sexist things, whatever, and they get in trouble. So my thing is, if I'm a gay basketball player, or a gay baseball player, I prefer baseball than basketball, to be honest with you. If I had to choose, like if God said, if he came down and said, hey, Jose, today's judgment day, and your punishment is you're going to be an athlete. Well, what a punishment that is. But I just say that God will come down and say, Jose, your punishment is that you're going to be an athlete. And which one would you like to be? I would just vote for probably baseball. It's more tolerable for me. I can tolerate that to a bit. I mean, it's kind of relaxing. It's not that fast-paced, or they're not that many technical stuff that you need to know, like football. It's all fucking technical, it's all, and the fans are all retarded in football. But I would choose baseball, and I wouldn't even tweet anything. I wouldn't write an op-ed. I would just be like, actually what I prefer, somebody would like discover a picture of me fucking a guy. I don't know. That would be interesting. One thing is that I would say, yeah, I'm gay, and that's it. Or probably go on the Howard Stern show or some, one of those shows. Just do one interview and say, yeah, this is my fiance, this is my boyfriend, and blah blah blah. Oh, you're gay, yeah, well, duh. And then that's it. No interviews, no nothing. And the press is going to go wild. They're going to go crazy. Oh, we want to interview. Oh, Glad and the Advocate and Joe My God. All these petty press paparazzo, these inaped. What is that? These apes. These apish. I mean, they get crazy over shit like this. They go ape shit. And I don't know why the press, of course, he's gay and all that, but I would drive if I was a gay athlete, like the first one to come out and say a baseball player, I would drive the press crazy, because I would not say anything, no Twitter account, no nothing. And everybody would go nuts and try to get me to talk, and I just, I'll just wave to the press like from a mile away. Oh my God. And of course, a lot of people are going bonkers. And you have Michelle Obama tweeting, you have Bill Clinton saying it's a whatever. It's the most important event in sports history, blah blah blah. Oh really, Mr. BJ Clinton? History will judge us. Yes. Especially when you sign into law the most anti-gay law in history, Defense of Marriage Act. Oh, I'm sorry, I went there. Let's not talk about that, shall we? Let's remain on topic. I try to do that. Anyways, what else does he say? But since I'm happy to start the conversation. I wish I wasn't the kid in the classroom raising his hand and saying, I'm different. Well, you are different. I mean, you work for the NBA. I mean, a lot of these kids, all these guys, they all want to work they all want to be basketball players. I want to be a player for the Lakers or the Nuggets or whatever. You're special. I mean, you're really are different. I mean, you have a lifestyle. I'm not talking about your sexuality, but your way of life is just way different from the average Joe. I mean, you work with the NBA, you're a basketball player, you're in the big leagues, you're signing contracts, making money, and now you're gonna get Nike to endorse you. Hell yeah, that's the reason why he came out. I bet you not. I bet you not. Sure, it's nice that he comes out. You know, fine. I'm all for it. I'm for it. I'm for every gay person out there to just be honest, all right? Because enough with this bullshit about this facades of pretending to be something that you're not. I totally agree that you should come out. But sometimes people do it for whatever reason, to basically advance their own self-interest, and that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. We all do that. I mean, sometimes we do things because of our interests, and that's perfectly fine. But what I'm saying is, Nike, was it Reebok? Oh no, Nike, I think it was. Nike came out a week ago, not that long ago, by the way, and said, okay, whoever comes out of the closet, I think this is why Nike wanted this, because they can make money out of the gay community, which they do all the time, but now it's going to be even 10 times worse. They're gonna peddle this guy to the gay community, to all the gay guys, especially the gay guys. They're gonna go to all the gay guys who love Black Hawk. They're gonna say, "Oh, look at Jason Collins. Oh, he's the first gay basketball player. Buy this. Buy his jersey. Buy They're gonna sell all these Nike products. Believe me, they're gonna sponsor this. They're gonna get this guy to sign that contract in a heartbeat." And I bet you, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong because I'm just guessing here. I'm just throwing it out there for you to consider this, is that maybe he just came out because he said, hey, wait, Nike is offering that? I need some money. I mean, that's going to be huge, big bucks right there. You know? And Nike, I think they were aiming for a gay football player. I don't know, because because in football, they have more players in a team, right? I think that's what we assume. But in basketball, there are less players, so I guess it's more, I don't know, it's more intimate, I guess. So, I mean, he's not Kobe Bryant. He's not, one of these big basketball players. And so the impact on this, on general society, it's going to be minimal. I mean, yeah, it's going to compound to the fact that society will go back to its original roots and say, oh yeah, gay people. Oh yeah, homosexuality. Yeah, that's part of human nature. That's what it is. And so what's going to happen is, like I said, he's going to sign that contract with Nike. He's going to make big bucks. And that's fine. I'm all for making big bucks. But let's just be honest of what it is. Oh, what it could be. I'm just saying. Jose, you're speaking out loud. Yes, I am. I mean, thinking out loud. I am thinking out loud. That's what I do on the show. I think out loud. It's my therapy. But Jason Collins, he can be genuine. If he says, no, I don't want this contract with Nike, maybe his intentions are, different. And more power to you. Now, if you're going to sell yourself out to Nike, which I think he's going to do. I mean, of course, who wouldn't? I would. You see, if Nike were to come out and say, hey, Jose, we're going to give you 100 million or 10 million bucks if you sell the shoe to the gays. Oh, yeah, I'll sell that shoe to all the gays, all the homos. You better buy this shoe. I'm a whore. It's okay. I mean, look, you're making money. You're an athlete, right? That's your part of your work. It's part of your career to endorse things, and or get endorsed by certain brands like Nike, Reebok, and Gatorade, and I don't know who. Kellogg's. I mean, do the cereal boxes still do the? Because I haven't been to the store in a while. I think they still do. Is it going to be on the cereal box? I wonder which one. Fruit Loops? Oop! That's my gay joke for today. I don't know how many gay jokes I have. If I had my way, someone else would have already done this. Nobody has, which is why I'm raising my hand. Or that nice Nike endorsement. Nice, bright, shiny nickel. Again, nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying. Because if I was him, I'll do it for that. I'll do it for that. You see, because maybe I'm thinking that this is what he would do because I would do it. You see, because I like to observe human behavior and human psychology and why people do the things that they do, how they operate, you know. My journey of self-discovery and self-acknowledgement began in my hometown of Los Angeles and has taken me through 2 state high school championships, the NCAA Final Four, and the Elite 8, and 9 playoffs and the 12 NBA seasons. You know, so he's been there for a while. 12 years. So he's been there since what? Since 2012 or 2002? 2001? Around there. I played for 6 pro teams and have appeared in 2 NBA finals. You see, he's like one of those people that like nobody really knows. And he has to like reintroduce himself. And most of it is geared towards the gay community, right? He has to introduce himself because the majority of us homos are not sports fanatics. We don't follow sports that much. So he has to say, oh, by the way, this is who I am, this is what I've been doing. Somebody told me that he was such a loser. I don't know who it was. Some friend of mine. He emailed me. He said, oh, Jose, he's such a loser. He only had like 2 points per game or something like that, which is what? 1 basketball shoot? One. Yeah. I mean, what? Yeah, that's kind of low, isn't it? He's not like Kobe Bryant. Like I said, if it was somebody like Kobe Bryant, then I guess it would be more impactful. Anyways, I'm not going to read this whole entire thing, but it's on the internet. It's on thegayreport.net. So you can look it up there as well. It's a good website to get your news. And everybody's reacting. You know, you have this ESPN sportscaster Bible thumping. Why don't we play that? Do I have it here somewhere? Let me see if I can find that. I think I have it here somewhere. Let me see if I can find. Oh, here it is. A lot of reactions. This is from, I don't know what's his name. Oh, Chris Broussard. Broussard? What kind of name is that? Chris Broussard. More like Chris Broutard.
Personally, I don't believe that you can live an openly homosexual lifestyle or an openly premarital sex between heterosexuals. If you're open.
So when was this guy when Kobe Bryant cheated on his girlfriend, on his wife? Remember all that spectacle? Oh, that was a huge shoving down her throat lifestyle. Kobe Bryant, man, what I was told, he has a huge cock, supposedly. Maybe he does. I don't know. Although I am fascinated about that, I'm not really into it. I mean, for me, sexually. But the girl who cheated on him, she said, "Oh, he's huge," and "Oh my God, he gave me a ring," and all this. When was that? But was that 2006, 7, somewhere? I don't remember. But it was a few years ago. Kobe Bryant had a huge roller coaster ride there. And where was this guy? Nowhere. Because it's a fucking breeder. Yeah, man, fuck that pussy. Oh, but it's a fag. That's a lifestyle. That goes against the Bible. And then they complain that Bill O'Reilly and others are saying, you know, you people are just Bible thumpers. Yeah, because you're Bible thumpers.
Living that type of lifestyle, then the Bible says you know them by their fruits. It says that, you know, that's a sin.
Fruits. You know them by the fruit. Did this guy subconsciously try to tell us something? Of course we know them by their fruits, because they're fruits. Lee, you know, the Bible cannot be taken seriously anymore these days. It just can't. Not with this culture. I believe that humans will always continue to believe in God, and that's fine. But to believe that a certain God is judgmental and behaves like a human, no. That's just ridiculous right there. You're just creating a God. In fact, there is no God. There's a creator, because something created the universe. I believe that. But a God is a creation of humans. I mean, anything and anyone can be a God. Anything that has any living entity that has higher power more than another living entity is considered a God. Right? I mean, that's how it is. But I'll go into that later on about God and all that kind of stuff. Look at this guy talking about fruits. What's up with all the fruit references? I mean, Ben Carson, remember that dumbass, that stupid surgeon? Dr. Quack, what's his name? Dr. Ben Carson? Dr. Doolittle. Talking about, oh, peaches, bananas, apples. God, what is it with conservatives and their fruits? Bunch of fruit baskets.
And if you're openly living in unrepentant sin, whatever...
Oh, shut the fuck up. Anyway, so that's one bad reaction. Oh, and then there's a football player. A football player talking about a basketball player. You see, if I was a basketball player, I'd be shut the fuck up. Football's stupid, by the way. It's the most reckless, the most... And besides, isn't the NFL getting sued by these former players because of all the headbanging and the fact that, yes, you get brain damage by doing that sport. In fact, we should ban that sport, at least in the schools. Ban it. Who cares? Ban it with all the rest of the shit that we have in the society, that we have banned. All this useless shit. You know, in America, we ban TNT in certain places. Why can't we ban something that's as stupid and as dangerous and as useless? At least TNT, we can use it for something. Fucking football, what do we use it for? Nothing. I mean, really think about it. What is football there to... I mean, is there to make money? That's it. It's a whole money-making shakedown scam. That's all it is. And for this football player to come out and be like, oh, how can you like... what did he say? Let me go back. Let me see if I can find this. What a dumbass. Oh, here he is. This is what he said. All these beautiful women in the world and guys want to mess with other guys? Shaking my head. Ooh! Now that's a comeback. All these beautiful women, wrong. Actually, the majority of women are fat, ugly, and I just say that. Nothing sexist, I'm just being realistic. According to straight guys that I talk to, a lot of women are fucking nasty. Fucking huge, fat asses. And look at these statistics. The majority of women are obese. They are overweight. Because of all this shit that they're eating. Instead of closing their yaps and getting some exercise. So that way straight men don't have to come to me for a blowjob. Which happens a lot. We wouldn't be in such a mess. All these beautiful women. What beautiful women? Where? Oh, you mean like on television and on the magazine covers? Oh yeah, with makeup and all that. Yeah, I see. Where does it get that? Like if I say all these beautiful men, no. Most men are ugly. They're fat asses. Yeah. Most men I see in public, I would say about 85% of them I would not touch with a 40-inch penis if I had one. Actually, my penis is about 2 inches. Don't worry about that. I wouldn't touch these guys even if my life depended on it. What do you mean all these beautiful women? If I was straight, I'd be like, hell no. I don't even have to be straight to notice that. I mean, where I live, you have all these fucking ugly women. They're all old and ugly and fat and just fucking lazy, man. Except for my sister. My sister's pretty fit. She's, you know, she's beautiful. And it's not because she's my sister or anything, but, you know, she's probably one of the most beautiful girls, women around my neighborhood. All these beautiful women, really? What happened to? I mean, this. Yeah, I mean, I believe that the lawsuit's gonna go through because I mean, if you're that brain damaged to not realize that most women are ugly, then you're. I don't know what the fuck. You know, men fuck women. Straight men fuck all these women not because they're beautiful, but because they need pussy. That's all. That's all it is. All these beautiful women in the world, and guys want to mess with other guys. That's what we do, guys, right? By the way, straight guys that I've been with, they didn't come to me because they didn't want to mess around with beautiful women, you know, like this fucking asshole saying. They came to me for convenience. That's fine, you know, I don't care. I'm not there to... I'm not one of those gay activists that say, oh, he's gay and he doesn't want to come out. No, no. Your sexual identity is based on your attraction and what you prefer. Preference is not actually a bad word. You know, a lot of gay activists say, oh, don't say sexual preference. Actually, yeah, sexual preference. Although these preferences are not a choice, that's true, it's still a preference. It's what you prefer. It is what comes first. Straight men prefer women. Gay men prefer men. That's how it is. Sometimes you might slip. That's why it's called preference. Because it's not just exclusively women or exclusively men. Preference means that's the first thing you look at. So some straight guys might, you know, screw around with some gay guys. And that's always been happening. What are you talking about? You know, because they're curious, or they're in need, or they're just ugly, or I don't know. They can't get a girl, they cannot get pussy, so they either get a prostitute, or they go get a gay guy, or a transsexual, or, you know, on and on and on. All these beautiful women in the world. One thing is that you see beautiful women, and the other is that, are they even fucking you? I bet that this guy is one of those guys that just looks at women, you know. He doesn't know what to do with a woman. I know guys like that, straight guys. They're just like this Mike Wallace, that's his name. Mike Wallace, this fucknut. Just like him. Oh, look at that, hey, babe, and oh my gosh, she's so hot. And when they're alone with this woman, they don't know what to do. They're like, I don't know. Grab her boobs, man. Fuck that pussy. What's the matter with you? Are you a homo? No, I'm not. I can't do it. You know, the most machista, the most supposedly masculine man, those are the most weak because in bed they suck. They don't know what to do with the girl. They don't know what to do with the pussy. And it's usually the quiet ones that are really good in bed. I know that for sure. Gay or straight or whatever. The quiet ones are the ones who are really, you know, I'm really bad at sex, by the way, if you can tell. I'm very talkative. Anyway. So fuck this guy. Who cares? For the Miami Dolphins? Really? And you wonder why the NFL is not going to get an openly gay player. And I'm going to say this with all honesty. The NFL is a homophobic institution, not by design, not because the higher ups wanted it. It's just that's the way it is. Should we be a part of it? I don't think so. Do we need it? No. It can just burn up in hell. It can go extinct. It can wither on the vine. It can be transplanted into another dimension. For all I care, humans will continue to live. The sun will rise again perfectly. We don't need football. We don't need sports. All you need to do is stay fit. All you need to do is run a mile and go lift weights. That's all you need to do. You need to just play. We don't need pro sports. We don't need all this garbage. All this money-making scams. That's what they are. But you know, people can do whatever they want. They can spend their money, throw it away, or bury it somewhere, or throw it down a fucking rabbit hole for all I care. I don't really care. Do it. But for me, it's not my thing. Sorry. I don't want to buy jerseys, balls, or anything. I don't want to buy any of that crap. I'm sorry. I mean, it's not, you know, I don't get anything out of it. I don't. Who does? Once you buy junk like that, I bet you that within a couple of weeks, you're like, I wish I would have bought that shit. I wish I would have bought something else or something nice for my girl or something. You know, people these days are so stupid to buy anything. And we don't have money, right? We're still in a fucking depression. And people are still buying shit that they don't want, that they don't need. And 2 weeks later, they're like, oh, why did I buy it? Yeah, why did you buy it, asshole? Because you're stupid, that's why. Okay, but enough of bashing me. Okay, that's fine. But there you go, the first openly gay athlete, pro athlete. What's his name again? Jason Collins? I forgot his name. Yeah, Jason Collins. See, oh, he's so impactful in my life. I forgot his name. Jason Collins. There you go. Well, good for him. I mean, I wish him all the best. I don't wish him any bad ill or anything. Gay people are everywhere. And, yeah, we should be visible. It shouldn't be a problem. You know, but people are going to make it into a big deal. They are. And who cares what everybody else is saying? I mean, people are like, oh, Bill Clinton said this. Well, Michelle Obama, she tweeted. Who cares what other people say? Or, you know, I mean, wasn't it the whole point of coming out of the closet is that nobody cares? But everybody cares. You know, the First Lady cares. Great, whatever. There you go. Jason Collins.